Hello, I'm back, guys. My name is Melisha, and I am back with another video. Um, like I told y'all, I am new to this, so my videos will not have any editing. I do not know what I am doing. I am new to vlogging. I am new to blogging. I am not new to giving advice, and I am not new to talking, but I am new to this. So there will be no intro section and then a cut, and I'm not snipping out my errors. Okay, I'm just gonna apologize for them. It's gonna be like I'm talking to you. My friend gave me some advice. A really, really sweet friend I have. I was telling her that this is so new to me. I don't know how to talk to a camera. I'm used to talking to people. And she was like, well, just look at the camera and act like it's us. So I was like, simple advice, but effective. So when I say something wrong, I'm just going to say my bad, oops, blooper, and keep it moving, okay? Maybe eventually once I learn how to edit videos, they'll be a little bit cleaner and nicer, but right now this is what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into this. Today I want to talk about boys to men, not the group, but raising young men. Raising young men. Little boys who are becoming the very men that we meet when we get grown. But yeah. So every young man needs a male figure in their life. Not every boy needs to have their daddy. Don't take that the wrong way. That is what I'm saying, but don't take it the wrong way. I understand there are situations beyond everyone's control where everybody does not have access to their father, and every woman doesn't have access to their child's father. So that's not where I'm going with this. It's not a judgmental video. I'm just simply saying that if the father is accessible, allow the son to have access to him, because the relationship between those two is very important in producing good quality men. And when I say good quality men, I mean a man who takes care of himself, who provides for his family, who knows what his goals are, who knows what he needs to do in life to get there, who knows what patience is, who knows how to be kind, who knows how to control his emotions. These are all qualities of a good man. And in order for us to raise boys to become that, they need male presence. Now, if the father is not available, go find someone. There are so many good men in the world. You can find an uncle or an older brother or grandfather or stepfather or your your stepfather or a coach or a teacher, the librarian, anybody, somebody in the community, the janitor. It doesn't matter who it is. There is someone in every role that your child comes in contact with that you can have. Sorry, I thought I heard my baby. Maybe I'm getting too loud. Um, there is always someone out there that you can find to provide that big brother type relationship for your son. Sorry, I had to pause. I heard my baby. But I think we as women are very independent, and that is a wonderful thing. It is so great to be able to do things on our own and provide on our own, and know that if a man were to pop in or out, that we have the security to do things on our own, the capability to do things on our own. However, sometimes we get too independent, and there is a such thing as being too independent. And when you take away from your children because of your selfishness, I couldn't get that word out, sorry. But when you take away from your children because of your selfishness, and being too independent is a sense of being selfish, because you start lacking in other areas that affect other people in your life. So that's what I mean when I say selfish, by being too independent. But you start to take away from your children, and that is not okay. We have to know when we need to ask for help. I did a video prior to this one, and I kind of talked about asking for help in a sense of being overwhelmed and being stressed. But we also need to know when to ask for help when we are taking things away from other people in our lives that need more. And that mainly comes into play when we're talking about our children. And it is okay to ask people for help when you need it. And so there are just certain things as a mother that we can't provide for our sons as much as we want to. I am a mama bear. I turn into mama bear over my boys. I say boys because I had all my boys first, but I turn into mama bear over my kids. My husband knows it. Like if you do something, I'm ready to pounce. And the boys know it too. They use it to their advantage sometimes because they'll, mommy, daddy said, or if he says something, they'll look at me and they're waiting for me to say something because they know I will. But I don't overstep my boundaries when it gets to a certain level where I know he needs to handle what he needs to handle, or he's speaking to them, teaching them something that I know that they need. I don't overstep my boundaries and get into that domain. So it's really it's really important that we understand. And I didn't understand that at first. That's why I'm making this video. I didn't understand that at first. I had my kids, my first couple, and I thought, oh, I got this. You're not going to tell them nothing. I know everything. I know what's right. I know what's best for them. And my way is it. And everything you're saying is wrong. And that was the wrong approach. I quickly learned not to do that. Number one, it causes issues in your relationship. We weren't married at the time, but it causes severe issues in your relationship or marriage because you should not be fighting with your spouse or significant other about the children. You need to do that, come together on your own time, figure out how y'all are going to raise your kids, if certain people want to have certain responsibilities or whatever that may be, and then go from there and raise them that way. You never want to get into a fight with your significant other over how you raise your children. Oh no. I hate bra straps showing. Sorry. But yeah. So I had to learn the hard way that what I was doing was not okay. And it took some discipline and some prayer and me falling on my butt. And falling on my butt means seeing my children do things where I'm like, oh no, I can't handle that. I can handle that, but I can't in a sense as I just can't biologically, the way males are designed, they are designed to be able to give certain things to boys that we cannot give. And I know that we are in our society is shifting and things are changing, and not every household has that. And I understand that completely. I am not saying that that is not okay. What I am saying though is that we need to find someone to help us with that matter. So if your household is set up to where there is no male presence there for your son, whatever it may be, then go out into the community and find someone that can provide that for them. Last night, my son, my 5-year-old is something else, y'all. He's my baby. That's my baby. That's my baby. He's the second one out of 5 kids. He's number 2, but he's just my nurturing one. He's all soft. And he always wants to give me a hug and a kiss, and he's chocolate, and he looks just like his daddy. But he is just my coddly one, and so he's not sensitive, but he's he's tough, but he's affectionate. It's a very unique combination. But I asked him to pick up a box and take it upstairs. And so he got ready to pick up that box, and he was like, "Ugh." And I said, "You can't get it." And he's like, "No." He was looking for an out. So he said, "No, real quick," knowing that mommy would go and get it for him and say, "Don't worry about it, baby, I got it." But because I have that male presence, my husband, or take out my husband, because I don't want anyone to get offended thinking that I'm saying you need your husband, you need the child's father. If that is if you don't have your husband or the child's father or whatever, I'm just going to use the term male presence, so it's a blanket feel for all of us. So if I didn't have that male presence in my ear, that's exactly what I would have done, because I have done it before. Don't worry about it, baby. I got it. Just go play or go do something else. But because I have had that, I realized how important it is to make them overcome certain adversities. So going back to the story, instead of just taking, y'all, this wig, I complained about it before, but it is just something else, y'all. Like, it is irritating me. So, ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. That's not getting edited, so y'all, y'all just saw it. Anyway, hold on. Okay. Anyway, back to the story. So, what I did was I told him that he could do it on his own. So he picked up the box and he's trying to squeeze in between the playpen and the couch, and the area is too small for him. It's wide when he's trying to get through there. So I'm just watching him try to get through there, and I'm like, okay, man, if you can't get through there, what else can you do? Where else can you go? And he's like, oh, I can go around. So he proceeds to try to go around the other way, which he could have done. I said, yeah, you can do that, or you can put the box over and then you can go over. So he looked at me, and then he put the box over and sat down, and then he squeezed through. And then he said, I did it, Mommy. And I said, yes, you did. And he got to the edge of the stairs and was like, oh, it's kind of heavy to carry upstairs. That was another moment where Mommy would have been like, it's okay, baby, just put it down right there. I'll take it up later. But I did not. I was like, you can carry that, man. Go ahead. You can carry that up the stairs. So he tried to grunt a little bit like it was too heavy. Carried it up the stairs and put it in the room right where I told him. When I came upstairs, it was where I told him to put it. I tell you that story to say that in both of those moments where there was 3 chances where he would have had an out, where I would have said, oh, I could just do it for you. And that would not teach him anything. That would teach him to always come to Mommy, because Mommy's got him. And then when he grows up, that will teach him, oh, my wife or my girl, she don't do it for me because she got me. Oh, I can't, let me go to her. That doesn't teach him anything. What I taught him by making him do that that was a small time frame and a small task that's going to be like this when he grows up. But what I taught him in that small time frame was to figure out how to do something himself, how to do it differently, how to look at things differently, that he was stronger than he thought he was, that he could do something he thought he couldn't do, that no wasn't the answer, that he had to try. There were so many different things that he learned that little, I'm sorry, so many different things that he learned in that little time frame. That was a lesson for him that he can carry on through life. And if I continue to do things like that, with the guidance of that male presence, then he will grow up and he will be a productive male in society, like I talked about earlier in this video. Had I not had that male guidance, had I done those things for him, he would not grow up to be productive. He will grow up to be needy, and he may eventually get there, because a lot of men eventually get there, but they get there too late, and they damage a lot of women in the process of getting there. And so we don't want our sons to damage women. We want them to love women, to treat them with respect, and to know what to do when they come into contact with one. We want them to work hard so that when they do have children, that they are there, that they are involved, that they provide what they need so that each generation can grow healthy, not what we have going on right now. It is very, very damaging what is going on right now. And sidebar, let your child's father see their son. If you are a woman and you have a son and your child's father wants to be involved, let them. Do not get mad at him because he's moved on or he's cheated or you've cheated, or he didn't do what you wanted him to do, or he didn't do what you wanted, vice versa. You know what I'm trying to say? All those different things and all those arguments that go on between couples and why they split up should have nothing to do with how you parent your children. Everybody should be able to co-parent. If me and my husband divorced today, we would co-parent. He loves his children, loves them. And I would feel like crap if we went south and I took that away from him and I took that away from them, because they need that and he needs that. And a lot of women get into this rut of being angry and bitter and jealous. Put that to the side for the sake of your children. Put all of those emotions away in a bag, lock them up. When you get ready to interact with him, find somebody else to do the drop off or pick up. Send him to the moms or somebody else when you want him to. Hold on, guys. Okay, this is my 3-year-old. Send them to the moms or someone like that if you want. Send them to the moms or someone like that if you don't want to talk to him, or if you don't want to hear his voice, or whatever you want to do. Find a way. I had to, he's so wild. My 3-year-old is so wild, but he's his daddy's son. I'm going to tell my daddy, or I only listen to my daddy, or my daddy said this, and you know what? Go ahead, do it. That's great. At least I know he's getting some type of guidance. Um, and them seeing young boys like that, seeing what a man does and how he treats a woman and what he's supposed to do in life, and how he's supposed to provide, and the things that he does is really going to benefit them when they get older. Because as mothers, we are nurturers, right? So we like to coddle and hug and hold and teach and watch and smile and laugh and love and hug and cuddle and coddle. Not in that order, but that's what we do over and over again. It is in here. That's naturally what we're meant to do. So if we don't have a male presence, that is what we instinctively are going to do. And I'm not saying you let them get away with murder. You can fuss and whoop them and time out and take things and do whatever you think you need to do, but we still instinctively do that. So if they see that, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna get in trouble, but and they don't have that male presence saying, hey, no, you're not gonna get in trouble. You don't do. This is what you do. And they mimic what they see instead of testing the waters, because they test us. Moms, your boy's gonna test you. Mine's do. I have 4 boys. I said that in the previous video. I have 4 boys and 1 girl. The girl came last. She's gonna test me. Okay. But that's a whole nother topic. I am not there yet. But your boys will test you, and they will get you to the point where you're so mad, and it will break your heart, and then you will discipline them, and then you will forgive them, and then it will go on and on and on and on. But when they grow up with that without any male presence, they take that into relationships with women, and that is what we don't want. So wrapping this up, because I think I'm at the 18-minute mark. And another thing that I wanted to do in making these videos is I wanted to make sure they weren't too long, because we have lives to live, and I can't be here all day talking in one sitting, and you can't be there all day watching in one sitting, because you have a life to live too. So I'm going to wrap this up and just say this, that boys need men. Boys need men in order to learn how to persevere, how to overcome adversity, how to grow, how to be disciplined, how to be productive, how to work hard, not just for an employer, but work for themselves, work for them families, work hard in school, learn how to be strong, not just physically strong, but mentally strong, spiritually strong. All those things boys need from a male presence. If they do not have their father, find one. But if their father is available, let him be there. That is the most important thing. I cannot stress that enough, because we have so many damaged women. Look at the amount of sexual assaults that we have. Look at the amount of women getting beat by men. Look at the amount of infidelity that we have on the male behalf. Look at the amount of children that are being produced and the males are not present. All of that is because they did not have that foundation, that male guidance in them. And I honestly believe that when a man has to suppress his emotions because he's raised by a woman, he's suppressing those emotions and he's raised by a woman. The next woman that he comes in contact with, that he falls in love with, that does not do the things that his mother did for him because he didn't see a male teach him this other area. All he saw was this. So now he has this woman who he's in love with. He's feeling how he feels with his mom. Not the same, but you get my point. And she's not doing what he wants her to do. Those frustrations build up. He has had nobody to teach him how to channel that. So what does he do? He lashes out physically, emotionally, with his mouth. He talks bad to her. He treats her bad. All those things come from being raised without that male presence. You may not like it, but it's a fact. You may not want to hear it, but it's a fact. And these men that are growing up and doing this don't know how to filter through their emotions. They don't know how to channel their inner spirits to help them calm down, to let them know that that is not okay. And we damage them more when we do not allow them access to a male presence. Also, when women raise boys, we tend to try to, when we discipline them, I don't know how to put this, but when we discipline them, we, how do you put it? We take away that manhood in there. What I mean is, like, when I'm disciplining my boys, like, sometimes I might pop my son in the chest a little bit, because he's almost up here. He's going to be 7, and he's tall, and I'm short, so they're going to be taller than me anyway, and their dad is tall, so I'm in a lose-lose situation. But I'll just, in his chest a little bit, because it's right here with me. But what I try not to do is talk down to them like that. I never want to make them feel small, because you as a mom feel like you need to be more because there's no male presence, and so you do that to them and you make them feel small and small and small, and you taking away that manhood or that boyhood or whatever, and then they don't know how to channel that. So when they get older and it's enough, and they grown now, you can't tell me what to do, and they meet a woman and she's like, no, 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 nagging. She's not nagging, she's telling them what they need to know. They don't know, so they react and they hit or they lash out with their tongue. I'm not making excuses for that behavior. It is not okay. They need to be dealt with accordingly. I am just simply saying that I feel like, this is my opinion, it starts when they're young, and it has everything to do with not having a good male presence in their lives. And what I am saying is not bashing women and is not bashing women's parenting skills, because I am using myself in this equation and I would not be bashing myself. But I'm saying that naturally, instinctively, that is what we do. So it is more damaging to them than we know. And you have to look at all these things when you look at the psyche of a man and their biology, and you take that and you look at what's going on in the world and the things that they've been doing, and it all makes sense. It all adds up. It's one big circle. It goes around. So anyway, I am 24 minutes in, so I'm going to go wrap this video up. But you guys have a great day, evening, whatever time you're watching this. Don't forget to subscribe. Just type Malisha Griffin in the YouTube search bar and my page will come up. Subscribe there. My Facebook is Malisha Griffin for my personal page, and the page where I give out this advice, it's called Mommin with Mal, MOMM apostrophe N with MAL, Mal. So don't forget to go to that page, like it, and follow it as well, and share it. And share this video too. My Instagram is just Malecia, Malecia Lynn, MALECIA LYNN, the same thing that is in my YouTube banner. All right. Thanks, guys.